Greetings and welcome to another Commands and Colors Ancient Battle. We are still lingering on in the year 394 BC, and this is the Battle of Coronea. And this is of course a battle still in the Corinthian War, where we are seeing the anti-Spartan coalition trying to loosen the grip of the Spartan hegemony. And 394, if you see in the last battle we did, the Battle of Nemea, this is the same year, and during this time, this year, King Agesilaus II of Sparta, who is depicted here in the scenario, he was campaigning in Asia, probably battling Persians there, in Ionia probably, and when he heard about these initial clashes taking place between the Thebans and their allies and the Spartans, he decided to return home with his force to join the Spartan ranks there in those battles to come in this war. So, but he couldn't take the sea road home. I don't really know why. Probably maybe because the Persians were actually on the anti-Spartan side at this point, and they probably had a powerful navy preventing the Spartans to return home through the sea route. So he decided to march the land route instead, and through northern Greece via the Hellespont and about there, and through Thrace, and then southwards towards Peloponnesus. So at one point when he reached Boeotia and Coronea, the coalition troops had placed themselves in the way of the Spartan route, or advance route. So this is where a big hoplite battle took place, and we are seeing a very different kind of or actually troops from very different kinds of cities and places in this battle. Actually, we have on the Spartan side, if you begin there, we of course have Spartans. We also have 2 units from the Xenophon's 10,000. You may remember that from a previous battle we did, where they were pretty hard hammered by the Armenians there. So these are some remnants of those guys who have joined Agesilaus in his Asian force, and in this scenario they are commanded by Euripides. But I mean, I don't know why Xenophon is not depicted here as the leader. Maybe he wasn't the overall leader at this point of time. I know he did take place in this battle, because actually, he was an Athenian, kind of a mercenary. So he joined the ranks of the Spartans at one point of time, and I think he also was a friend of Agesilaus. And for that, he actually got exiled from Athens because he was fighting his kinsman here in this battle. So I know he's here somewhere in these ranks probably, but he seems not to be the overall leader here anyway. But so we have Spartans, we have more Spartans as the veterans of the 10,000, and also we have some Helots coming with the Spartans here, and we have probably some Thracian Peltasts, could be these auxiliaries perhaps, they could also be the Helots, and we also have some Ionian Greeks, so Greeks basically from Asia. Their Asian colonies, and I think these guys are more or less those. Because I learned that they deployed just to the left of the Xenophon's 10,000. And here we have two camp hexes. These are depicting, I guess, the baggage train actually in this scenario, which I will say a word about in a moment. And the anti-coalition side, we have a big contingent of Thebans here, which are depicted as heavy infantry in this battle. And we have all kinds of troops here. We have, of course, Athenians, we have Corinthians, we have Boeotians, who I think was the guys who was most eager to fight the Spartans at this point of time. The Athenians, and for example, were a bit more reluctant to do this battle because they have had some hard times with the Spartans before, so. But anyway, the Boeotians were very eager and were believing in victory here. And then we of course have also Argives. And Argives were deployed just opposite to the Spartans here. So much like the Battle of Nemea, when the battle started, the lines advanced against each other in total silence, it was said. And at one point, the Thebans did their horrible war cry and stormed the Spartan left flank. Just a bit later, the Spartans and the Xenophon's 10,000 did their charge on the Athenian left, or actually the coalition left, and mostly Argives here. So both right-hand flanks were successful here. So the Spartans, actually before they even reached the enemy line, these guys panicked and they retreated back to Mount Helicon here to take refuge there. So the Spartans thought at that point that they actually had more or less won the battle already, routing the enemy line. But they didn't at that point know that the Thebans were breaking through here, and big time, because they were now advancing towards the baggage train, which hold much of the spoils of war, riches and gold and money and stuff here, and also supplies, of course, brought from the Asian campaigns that the Spartans brought with them. So then at one point Agesilaus the news reached him that the Thebans were advancing towards his baggage train, so he swung his line towards the Thebans, who saw that happening when they were about to reach this baggage train here, and also swung the line towards the Spartans, because at that point they also realized they had been cut off from the rest of the army. So the Thebans were here, rest of the army up on Mount Helicon, and between them we had the Spartans. So in a desperate attempt, they tried to break the lines of the Spartans to reach and rejoin their lines up there. And that was where a big hoplite clash with many casualties took place. And I mean, this was a big one, about, I think a number I read was 35,000 hoplites in total taking part in this battle. So, and add to that all the auxiliary troops that were also lighter, and we also see quite some cavalry here. We have 2 here and 2 down here. So this is a really big battle. Anyway, the Thebans managed to break through with some troops. So some of the Thebans reached the Mount Helicon, but most of them actually did not reach it. It was probably they got killed or routed and had to retreat to another direction. So in the end, this was counted as a Spartan victory. So that's it about the story here. And for the War Council then, well, we have the Greek army, the anti-Spartan coalition. They have 5 command cards. The Spartans have 6, so I will give those guys 3 and the Greek army 2. The Greeks actually moves first. And as you can see, this is a biggie. We will fight till 8 banners, so I expect this to take some while. And we have some special rules. A light blue block Greek unit that occupies a Spartan camp hex at the start of the Greek player turn may remove the camp hex and gain 1 victory banner. So if the Greeks reach these guys or these hexes and stay there for into the beginning of their next turn, remove this and replace it with a victory banner for them. So this is certainly a goal for the Thebans to grab. Then we have the Xenophon's 10,000 special units. They are depicted as normal hoplites here, not the 5-block Spartan units, but they will battle with 1 additional die as long as they are in the same hex, adjacent hex to their leader, Heripidas. So that would give them 5 dice in their attack. So they could be really deadly here, battling as heavy infantry. We have the hoplite infantry rule in effect. And remember, these Thebans, even though they probably fought just like hoplite phalanx, they are depicted as heavy infantry here, so I will actually exclude them from the hoplite rules, because hoplites needs to be medium infantry and also a medium hoplite infantry to be included in this rule. So I will exclude the Thebans from the hoplite rule. And then we have 3 Spartan units who are these 5-block big units here. So that's more or less it. So let's take a look at the board. So here we are. We're seeing the camps here, or the baggage train here. So to check the troops first, let's start with the Spartans. See what they have. So over here we have some light infantry, some skirmishers at the very end. And then we have some auxiliaries here. Then we have a leader, a nameless one, and 3 hoplite units there, probably of those Ionian Greeks. Here we have the 10,000 with Heripidas, so we are marked on with special blocks here, special unit blocks. So remember to add 1 die as long as we fight with the leader within or adjacent to the hex where the unit is located. And then we have 3 Spartan 5-block units with leader, the king of Sparta. And then over here we have another auxiliary. Maybe that's an helot, or maybe that's Thracian peltas or something. Then we have light cavalry supporting the line back here, and actually same here at the very far left. And that's it. It's a pretty solid line, consisting of hoplites, of course. And over at the Greek side, remember, I want to just say that we don't have any named leaders here on the Greek side. I don't know. Let me check. Oh, all the leaders here are actually for some reason nameless. Maybe they don't know who was the overall commander of these lines, or maybe they were. I don't know. Anyway, let's start on the same side here. So we got the Greek right hand side here. We have 2 units of auxiliaries backed up by a medium heavy cavalry back there. Then we have the Thebans, 3 heavy infantry units here, heavy guys, and back there we have some more auxiliaries. Then we have a small gap, and then comes the second line, if you can say so. It's consisting of hoplites, 3 units of hoplites here, probably mainly Argives, but there probably some more troops there as well, Corinthians, Athenians, and then more of these auxiliaries and a light infantry unit over there. And back there we have a light cavalry, so we are pretty evenly matched with cavalry here. Only difference is that the Athenian right hand side cavalry is a medium heavy one. And we have a leader back there supporting the line. And yeah, that's it basically. So I think I said the Greeks start first, right? Yeah, the Spartans are not going first this time, so let's start it off by checking the hands of the Greeks. So we have 3 on the right hand side. That would be pretty good to get the Theban advance going, even though we have actually 1 Theban unit in the center, I see that now. But we also have a 3 unit center. And I'm actually considering playing that for the first round, because I could close the line with those auxiliaries to get a solid line. You probably know I like that when I have a connected line, because I'm always hoping for these line command cards, and then I can activate more units. So I'm thinking of doing that, and might even attach the leader to a hoplite unit here. I like that too, to have him attached. And the third one, what could that be then? Well, I don't know really. Maybe we just skip the third activation with the card, and then hope we get a good card to start the advance. Otherwise we can start advancing with the Thebans next turn. So let's do a last minute consolidation of the lines by playing this, and I will activate these guys who just take 1 step forward, and I will activate the leader, and he will let's see, where do we have the other leader located? Worth to notice though also that the Athenians only, or Athenians, I mean Greeks, only have 2 leaders, and on the Spartan side we actually have 3. So they are a bit in advanced position by that. But I'm thinking of where to put that leader actually. Should I put him here on the flank or more to the center? I think we'll need him here in the center, because we will probably clash with a 10,000 at some point here, and then it's good to have leader support with us. So that was actually the first activation of the Spartan Greeks. Now we have a complete line there. So we grab them another card and see the Spartan reaction, the Spartan hand. Okay, medium heavy troops, that's good. We could order 6 units with that card, or we have 4 in the center and 3 on the right hand side. So thinking what could do here, this could be a good reaction card, you know, if something starts happening. I mean, we know that the Thebans will come after the camp sooner or later, and we can react with that card. So I will not play it now. I will keep this as a good reaction card on this flank. So, but by this card we could get some action going pretty soon in the center, and clash with the Greeks there. So we could play one of these to move up, and then attack with for instance that card, or the other way around, we go up with 4 and then attack with that card. But I think I want to get the line going as fast as possible, so I will actually play the medium troops. So it's 6 units, and I will start in a very Spartan way to just advance here. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more, like that, and we'll just start marching towards the against the anti-Spartan coalition guys here. Coalition. Okay, here we go. The 10,000 on the march, and we still keep the line or the contact to our left flank here. Here we have a small break, but those are anyway more lighter kind of troops who could run back and forth. So that's it. So we probably will see some clash already next turn, or maybe already now. Let's see what the Greeks have. 3 there or 2 there. So now's the question, should we ignore that they are advancing on us and start our own advance with the Thebans, with the 3 units here, or should we counter the Spartans in any way here and start doing our attacks first in the center? That's a good question, and such a good question requires a die roll, so I will roll 1 to 3. If I roll 1 to 3, I will ignore the Spartans advancing here, and I will do my advance towards that camp that I want to get, that baggage train. So I'll play the 3 on the right hand side. But if I roll 4 to 6, I'm more wary here and want to do the first action against the Spartans before they hit us. Let's see. Okay, we go for the center line reaction card. So we have 2 in the center. And where should we put in the attack then? It would be good if you can get, you know, two guys attacking at the same unit, I mean. And well, these guys are so tough, they roll 5 dice, you know. Well, where should we charge? Because charge is what I'm gonna do now. And however I do it, I will break the line somewhere. So, but I'm considering doing it here, because then I can fill in the gap with the reserve auxiliaries back there. So maybe we should, I mean, this is a good target in a way, because he don't have any leader support. It's no special unit, it's just, you know, ordinary hoplites there. Bad thing is, I can only get in 1 heavy infantry, and I can get only the auxiliary to support the attack here. But maybe that's good enough. And the good thing also is, if I move that guy over here, I have that unit also on my right hand side, meaning I could activate that heavy infantry next time. So I'm gonna do that. Sorry about that. I have a bit of a cold here, so I'm probably sounding like Lemmy from Motorhead or something. Let's see. Okay, here we go. 2 guys. We advance here, or actually charge here. We have a break in our lines now, but we could fill it with auxiliaries, as I said, next time. So, those poor guys, probably Ionian Greeks here, will be the poor target of the first Theban assault. And you know, it's 5 dice, and as you see, we have a leader adjacent to us, so this could be a very, very heavy blow. Let's see, we need blue or leaders. So we got actually 3 hits in right away. So we decimated these guys pretty much in the first blow, but they stand their ground, very brave, and they fight back with 4 dice. And they got in. We must remember it's heavies now, right? So 1 hit and a flag. So 1 guy from the heavies and then the flag. So I will ignore that because I want to stay here for the next upcoming turn. Otherwise I need to go back to the center hex again, and then I cannot activate that unit with that card. So I will stay here. So for the auxiliaries here, it's their job to finish off this unit now. So you got 3 dice. No leader support though. And they managed to do it. So these guys are now eliminated. And we got the first Greek victory banner by that. We could of course advance. I will not do that. Because I would be locked in pretty soon and have no retreat path. But you know, I have a feeling we will get hit very hard by the 10,000 next time anyway. Okay, but that's it. We got ourselves a victory banner and we got some movement happening here now. So now it's Spartans. Light troops. Well, we have a few of those. So maybe at some point we could skirmish. But I think this is the interesting one now. This I still keep as reaction card for that flank. So I go for the 4 in the center now. It's time to clash big time. So what should we do? Probably just bring in our heavy guys to the fight now. Yeah, so we go here, we go let's bring on those guys as well, and then we could take those 2 guys and attack that unit there. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move up these guys here, these guys here, and these guys here. 10,000's advancing, and I'm still keeping myself in 1 hex of my leader, so I get that 5th die by that. And then we advance with some Spartan hoplites here as well. The king awaits here in the background so far. So 4 units moved, so now it's time for the attacks. And what I'm gonna do is well. I wanted to hit. I mean, it would be nice to hit those Thebans. Really, that would be really good. On the other hand, we could get those auxiliaries as well. This was a bit difficult to make a good choice here. Okay, let's start on this flank instead, and I can think of the situation there later on. So we start here attacking that hoplite unit with the leaders. It's 4 dice, and I have a leader, actually 2 leaders adjacent to me. So that gives me 3 hits. So this is getting really a bloodbath already in the very first rounds of this battle. And these guys stand their ground, so they will hit back with 4 dice. and they of course have a leader with them, so they also inflicted 3 hits. But luckily for the Spartans, it's this big unit, so they still have 2 blocks left anyway. Okay, that's that. So now we're gonna finish it off with those 10,000s. So it's 5 dice because Euripides is there. I need 1 hit. And of course we got it. So another guy down here. And this means we got our first Spartan banner. It's 1-1. And we're gonna check the fate of that maybe Argive leader there. And he's fine, so he can now retreat. And he will get rushed back all the way to Mount Helicon. Should we advance? Of course we should advance because we can do another combat then. And I'll pick those isolated unit, the isolated unit there. Wait a minute. The bad thing with that was, oh, I did this wrong order anyway. Oh, great. Because now I advanced away from those guys, right? So I will only have 4 dice when I attack with those. I should have done that first. Oh, crap. But that's how it goes. It's a game. So, but you know what? If I manage to root those guys or make them to retreat, I can advance again and put myself adjacent again. So maybe it's okay anyway, because I have 5 dice. Let's see, and I need 1 flag to get that happening, but we didn't get that, unfortunately. We got in 2 hits on those hoplites. And they will now hit back. With 4 dice, of course. No leader support. So they got 1-2 hits on us. Like that. And now we're gonna check Euripides. He's fine, no problem there. But I wasn't able to put myself into position here, so I think I'll use these guys to finish those guys off. Hopefully at least. So it's 4 dice only now. I would need 2 hits to do that. Luckily we got that sword and a blue symbol, so 2 blocks down we got them. We got the second Spartan banner, and I will actually now go here, so I got that bonus from the leader if we get attacked from anywhere. We still have 1 attack to do, and I'm actually considering attacking those heavies, because even if we will take in the battle back some damage here, it's really important to try to weaken those guys. So it's 4 dice, and let's see. We got 2 hits and a flag. 2 hits, they are down to 1 now. They could take the flag or they could hit back. And since it's their turn next time, and I know we can activate that guy, they will stand their ground and fight back with the 5 dice, because they're supported, they don't have to take that flag. Let's see what they can do. They are adjacent to a leader, but no leader rolls. We got 1, 2 and a flag. So 2 guys down here. And the flag we need to take, but I think that's okay. And that's it. That was a bloodbath. I mean, look at blocks already in the dead pile. This is the second activation, or second turn in the game. So it's back to the Greeks then. Okay, maybe it's time. Of course course we should play that, I guess. Or we could just go there. But I mean, we have so many units now who could use these cards, so I will go for it right away. And if I'm not wrong, I can now roll 5 dice and hoping for unit, I mean the colored symbols, and I'm also hoping for leader symbols. Let's see what we get. These are dummies. We got 2 heavies and 1 of our choice. Well, for the heavies I will take these guys and these guys. It's too bad we don't reach the enemy with our heavies now. The second one, I mean I will use these guys to rush up and do an elimination of that unit. I will do that. I will take this exchange 1-to-1 here. And then we have 1 of our choice. I'm not happy that the leader went back there. It's not good at all, actually. But I will just activate that hoplite there. So, well, was it a good roll? Well, it could have gone better, I'd say, but let's say it's good enough. So I will now go down here. I will march down here, challenge the Spartans here. These guys will not move at all, they will just battle. So start here, we come to the battle phase. So actually we got 6 dice now, 5 cost a heavy and 1 from the card, and we also have leader support, so we need 2 hits with these 6 dice. We should get that. Oh, and 1 went overboard, but yeah, let's roll it. So we got in actually 4 hits, so that's enough to break these guys. And now we got the Greek second banner. It's 2-to-2. I know these guys will be probably killed already next turn, if the Spartans have the card for it, of course. And here's the question: should we get those Spartans or should we get the 10,000? I think I go for the 10,000. We could get the leader with us, Heripidas there, and it's a very valuable unit to get. And I mean, if Heripidas is a casualty, then these guys lose that extra bonus, so we can just remove those blocks. They can never get that 5th die any time anymore. So we got 5 dice. Too bad we don't have a leader with us, because he's already at Mount Helicon waiting. But 5 dice, it's not bad, because we only need 2 hits. And we got that, we got 3 hits. So 1 unit of 10,000 is down. We got the 3rd Greek banner. And now we're gonna check what happens with Heripidas. He's okay, so he can now retreat, and let's put him here then. Or it's our turn, but I'm not sure I can activate that guy next turn. I don't remember if I have a card for that. I mean, I could place him somewhere here instead and just be adjacent to those guys, but no, I'll put him here. I just have to need to remember this is Heripidas, and here's the king. So, well, good rolls from the Greeks there. They're now in the lead. And since we played the Spartacus card, we need to shuffle the deck, and I'll do that now, and then we go for the Spartan turn. Okay, the cards are reshuffled, and the Greeks have gotten their second card again, and now it's the Spartans. Okay, light troops, order mounted, this is the new card I got, and 3 here. So the order mounted, I think, is a pretty awesome card here, because we can now also activate our hoplites by that, and we have up to 6 units to you know, move and activate. So I will for sure do that now, and we're gonna I think this symbol actually means I could also order a leader, so I could take Euripides now and rejoin him with his 10,000. I think I could do that actually. Yeah, I think that that symbol means that. So let's see what we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hoplite units, and I could use the 6th one to activate Euripides actually. I think I'll do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So what should we do here? I will move these guys up here. They will take that lone block down now. I will take these guys and actually move them here. Euripides will join the 10,000. And I will attack those auxiliaries there. Here's the question. Well, I want that leader in the middle so I can get leader bonuses in my attacks. So I will just move up to the enemy line here, keep these guys standing here. Yeah. That's how it goes. So let's start here. We have 4 dice. We need 1 hit to eliminate those Greek, or those Theban heavy infantry there. And we got it. So those are gone. By that we have earned our 3rd Spartan banner, so it's 3-3 now. And we have a leader with us. So we of course advance, battle again against those guys. It's 4 dice, and I hope by that I can eliminate them then with 10,000 in the end. So we got in 1 more hit on those, and a flag which he actually needs to take. So 1 hit, and then they're gonna retreat. We could advance again, and I think I'll do that. I keep these guys in a strike force here. These guys are really drifted away from their original line now. But anyway, so then comes the second attack. It's a 10,000 who attacks now. The same auxiliary unit, and now I got 5 dice, and I hit with all possible. But that was a bad roll. I need green ones, you know, because they are light units. So I only got 2 hits in by that roll. So they are still alive actually here, and they will now bite back because they didn't retreat this time. So they will now hit back at the 10,000 with 3 dice. But they missed completely because, no, they didn't. They got the leader adjacent to them, so they actually inflicted 1 hit here. And we're gonna check Euripides' fate by that. He's fine. So hard fighting here against those auxiliaries. And of course we got this heavy block, heavy infantry block away there. So what's next? Well, These guys only have one target. On the other hand, they are really weak now. But if I could get a hit on those guys and make them maybe retreat, that would be good. Because then they cannot hit back at me. Yeah, I'm gonna take my chances. So attack there first. It's 4 dice, and I have leader support. They are not supported. And this was a really good roll. I got 3 hits on those guys. Really heavy blow there. And then even more, they had to retreat. I will not follow up with this weak unit. That was a good hit on those hoplites. The R guys are taking heavy blows here now. Next up will be the leader. They will attack the auxiliaries here. Now they don't have any retreat path. Maybe I should have retreated there instead. I think I allow them to do that because I want to keep the retreat path open for the auxiliaries here. Because they are anyway supported now. So I mean they don't gain anything by getting another block adjacent to them. So let's do it here. It's 4 dice and we need blue. Oh sorry, green ones this time. And well, optimal roll. Really optimal roll. We have 4 hits in there. So Agilos, the king, eliminates those guys. We get the Spartan banner. It's the 4th one. And of course we could advance. So Agilos with his hoplites goes there and attacks again. And I will pick the light cavalry because then I can still do the attack there, the light infantry. Those guys will of course evade, but we still got the 4 dice and we're looking for green ones. No hits. So that ends Agilos' command or activation. But these guys will also attack. Another evasion done and another roll for greens. And no hits. So this is going kind of like history, right? They are retreating now to Mount Helicon when their Spartans are approaching here. Yeah, very interesting. I think that was all. So the center is pretty much empty of Greek troops now, on the anti-Spartan coalition troops, and their left hand side is very hard hit, and they only have, you know, lights in full strength there, and then 1 block hoplite unit there. So I could of course, if I get a card, march up here and try to strike these guys and get them, but I don't know, it would be a kind of an exchange then. Bad thing for the Greek side to exchange themselves out now. It's not a good idea since they are not in the lead. So if we just exchange, then the Spartans will win with 1 block. So I don't know there. Here we are still pretty strong as the Greeks. Okay, 1 Theban unit has been eliminated, and they have really not started their advance against this baggage train here. So bit problematic. They had to put their focus on other things and not do what the battle plan was. By the way, I just now realized I didn't talk about any battle plans here, but well, I think we touched the subject at least. We wanted to get the Thebans here, otherwise, I mean, it's a classical hoplite clash, so not much to say perhaps. Anyway, not that much happening, and on the far Athenian right flank, pretty much nothing has happened. Only some towards the center here. So, well, right now I'd say it looks pretty good for the Spartans. I mean, they are close to victory here. If they can get that and get that, they are won. No, sorry, it's 8 banners. sorry about that. So it's not over. I mean, they are only halfway actually. So this can still go anyway. I mean, it could go suddenly a change of events, and we have the Athenians, or I keep saying Athenians, I mean the Greek coalition, anti-Spartan coalition, in an upper hand here. So it could be an exciting end to this. I think I'll end this video here anyway, and thank you guys for watching, and hope you will back for part 2 of the Battle of Coronea. Bye for now.